extension. Okay, chapter 2.2.1b. Okay, looping statement. So previously in my video, I already explained to you about 2.1, which is regarding relational operator, and also 2.21a, which is regarding condition statement. So now I will continue with looping a statement in a Python. So what is a looping a statement? Okay, so looping statement in Python is when you have a situation when you need to execute a block of code several number of times. Okay, so if you have this kind of situation, it's not a very good idea for you to use a conditional statement. It's better if you use a looping statement. Why? Because looping statement allow you to execute a statement of group multiple times. Okay, so this is the diagram. This is very good diagram. I got this from tutorial point. Okay, so like this, you have a condition. If the condition is true, okay, it will keep go on until it got false. Okay, the looping statement is Python. Okay, they have three types. The first is a while loop. Okay, so while loop, you can have a loop while try. Okay, so this one here, given condition is true, it will keep testing the condition and loop the body. Another one, you can have a for loop. So for loop, they will execute a sequence of statement multiple times. Okay, based on the loop variable lah. And you can also have nested loop. Okay, so for nested loop, you can have while, for, or do while you do a loop. Okay, so in looping statement, also you should have a, we call it as a control statement. Okay, control statement is important because for a looping statement, they will always loop without the end of the condition. So sometimes you need to interfere, you need to break the loop. So that's what we call control statement. So by using a control statement, okay, so the object can be destroyed lah. So this one we can have a break statement, or you can do a continue statement, or you can have a pass statement. Okay, for break statement, usually we use it once the condition is false or is true. Either one, usually is false lah, will be break. Okay, break, then execute the last statement. Or continue. Okay, if the condition is still false, it will still continue. Okay, so this lah I'm trying to explain to you. Loop in Python: while loops, for loop, nested loop with a loop control statement, which is break, continue, and pass. Okay, so for the pass statement, usually is a statement we use in a body of function in Python with the body don't have anything. Usually when we sometimes we will create application, maybe a big size application using Python. Sometimes we want to test. Okay, so we need, might be we want to add this kind of function, but we don't want to we don't want to code it yet, but we have that function, we will do it later. So we use a pass statement, because in Python you cannot have a null body in a function. Okay, so next, let's go to first loop. Okay, statement which is for. Okay, the for loop in Python is used to iterate over a sequence. So the sequence can be list, tuple, string. Okay, so this sequence we also call is a collection. That's actually an array. Okay, so iterating over a sequence is called traversal. Okay, the traverse one by one by one by one. Okay, so the syntax for loops is for while in sequence. Okay, you need to have a double dot. Okay, and body of for. What you want to do with the for statement. Okay, so here the while is the variable that takes the value inside of the sequence of each iteration. Okay, so the loop will be continued until we reach the last item in the sequence. Okay, I give you the example. Okay, before do that, we go to the flow chart. So this is the flow chart. Okay, so last item reach, no, we keep going until it get yes, that it is the loop. Okay. Alright, so this is example. We have the number 6. This is it. This is we call list. Okay, so list. How do you know it's list? Because the bracket. We have a square bracket. Okay, if you have a like a round bracket, that we call it. I think that is a tuple. I think. Okay. Alright, sum. Okay, we will go to collection later on lah. Okay, so sum equal to 0. Okay, for wall in numbers. You see, wall is the the parameter lah in numbers. These numbers, you will look all this. Sum sama dengan sum 0 plus wall. So numbers is a collection of this list. So what we'll do ialah they will take all of this number and it will keep adding. Okay, so you can see, okay, number equal to 6 5 3 8 4 2 5 4 11. Okay, so sum equal to 0. So when I do the looping using a for statement, so they get the number in numbers. Okay, sorry, this is a numbers. Okay, you need to have this. Alright. Indent in a Python is a very important. Make sure you have a good indentation. Okay, now then when you print, means you will add all of the numbers. So the sum, okay, sum. So when you run the output, sorry, if I save it, okay, 4, so when I run it, 4, sorry, okay, 4, you see, it will calculate. It will take time because the Python, they keep adding all this. Then we get 48. Okay. Alright. So you can also use the looping for statement. Okay, to iterate through a circle numbers, and you can also combine using indexing. Okay, example. Right. This is we using a string. Okay. Pop. Okay, and we have a rock. Also, we have a chest. Okay. This is a list. Okay, for I in range. Okay, this one we even though the inside is the string, but you see this is using a length. Okay, they try to get the length of the genre. Okay, print I like genre. You see I. Okay, what happened here actually? What happened here actually is the genre get the string input for I. Okay, range length is the length of the list. Okay, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. 0, 1, 2. We'll print I like genre the length. Okay, then 0, then 1, and then 2. So when I execute it, okay, you see, it will appear all the pop, rock, and jazz. Okay, easy, right? So now we go to the next one. Okay, we can also have the for and else statement. If you have an if else, they also have full for and else. So what about this else statement? So else statement is an optional used to block. Okay, means if the condition is not A, it will be B. So with the exception, B is not repetitive. Okay, so sometimes you want to repeat the sequence of A situation. So once it got false, it will go to this B situation. Okay, that's why you use the else part. It almost the same when you use if else. The difference is if else you only have one if. So if you want to iterate using if, you need to have if a lot of if. But for you don't need to have for only one. For, and we keep repeating. Okay, so example do the example. Let's say we have a digit here. Okay, in a list 0, 1, and 5. Okay, for I in digit, okay, we print I. Okay, I. Okay, else. Okay, if I is not in digit, what it will do is print no items left. Okay, so let's see what happened. Okay, what happened? You can see we have 0. Sorry. Okay, I put 0.1 have 0.1, 5, then nothing. So will be no item there. Okay, it can be 10, it can be 98. Okay, let's see we have 4 items here in the list. You see 0.1, 5, 10, 18. Okay, so now next one. Okay, the example 2 okay, so we can also use it with a numbers integer and a string like this so it will iterate for the using the for. So if you can see the print, okay, so let's say the student, okay, name is Soyut. Okay, marks, okay, mark in the student in an array, okay, is James. James is 19. Okay, we have Jules. Sorry. Jules is 55. And we also have Arthur equal to 77. Okay, so for student in marks, okay, if let's say if the student same with the student name, okay, alright, you will print the student marks. Okay, so marks student, you get the student. Okay, then it will stop, break. Okay, else if it doesn't find it, okay, it will print no entry, no entry of that name. Okay, okay, let's say so kita ada array this one collection this one so dia akan for cari semua tu student in marks, semua yang dekat dalam ni. Okay, if student ni, okay, student yang dia bagi ni, okay, student ni kita bagi nama equal to student name this one. Okay, alright, so dia akan print mark student. Student lah yang dia jumpa. If not, dia akan break. So let's see. Kita save first. Okay. Or else. Okay. Okay. So means there are no entry of so would. Okay. So if you put it as a chain, so see what happened. Okay. You see, just got 90. Okay, so that is when you use the Python for else loop. Okay, now, oh, we have a lot more. Okay, it's okay. We go to while loop. Okay, so for while loop in Python, okay, we used to iterate over a block of code as long as the expression is true. Selagi expression dia dapat 1, true equal to 1 in Python, will still loop until it get a 0, then it will stop. Okay, so the expression here, okay, will be checked first. Okay, then the block, if the evaluate true, okay, after 1 they can check again, until it get false. So this is the flow chart. So this one you can try to analyze it yourself. I just go straight to the example. Okay, so the best example is if you use the numbers example. Okay, let's say, okay, sum equal to 0. Sorry, n. Start with n, equal to 10. And we have sum equal to 0. And we also have 1 equal to 0 to 1. Okay, while, just see, while segment, while I less or equal to n, which is a 10, what will happen? Okay, sum will be sum plus I. Okay, the sum is 0, we plus sum plus I. Okay, alright, and I equal to I plus 1. Okay, this one is for the update counter. How many? I. Okay, so sum plus I. Okay, so now we go to get it to be displayed using the statement the sum is. Okay, alright, and sum. So we save it first. Py. Okay, right, what happened? Okay, you see, the sum is 50. Why is 50? As you can see here, alright, sum is 10. Okay, so if 1, okay, less than 10, what it will be do is sum plus 1 plus 1. Okay, it will be repeated over and over again. Okay, so when it repeat, it will repeat 1 until it get 10 lah. Okay, so the update counter lah sini. Okay, because 1 will be also plus, so this one plus, this one also plus. Okay, so next one. Okay, while loop with else statement. Okay, we can also have while loop. Just now you have for loop with else. You can also have while loop with else. So what the difference? So while loops execute if the condition else part involves same if false. Okay, but we can use a break statement for while loops. So else part is ignore. Okay, so example example is here. Okay, counter equal to 0 while counter less than 3. Okay, what we will do is print inside loop. Okay, counter equal counter plus 1. This one you want to keep counting. Okay, or else what happen is print inside loop. Okay, you see what will happen? While s you okay, okay, you see? Sorry, it's the same. We should be inside else here. Okay, we try again. Okay, you can see here. Okay, the counter must be less than 3. Means it will start with 0, 1, and 2. 3 times. So it will count as inside loop. So the fourth time it will be inside else. So is it true? Yes. This is the output that we get. Okay, the same. Okay. So now go to the break statement. Break statement in a while loop. So break statement we use to terminate the loop. Okay, so this is we call control of the program flow. Okay, so we want to control. Okay, so that it will terminate. Will not go to another statement. So this is how it break the statement. Okay, if true, yes. If false, if no, keep on the body of statement. Okay, so if false, you akan exit. Okay, now this is the working, okay, of the statement lah. You can see here. Okay, so I will go to the example. So as you can see here, okay, for while in string, okay, if while equal to I, what will happen? Okay, we break. Okay, we will stop and terminate. Okay, or it will print value. Okay, so now we want to print the end. Okay, save first as print. So what will happen? Okay, so the end. Sorry, I forgot to put the double dot here. This one is zero error. Okay, as you can see, okay, this the output is like this, strvn. Means that for while in string, if while equal to I, okay, break means you will keep the value of 4, okay, until it find the I. If we got the I, the input of I, it will break and go to the last statement. So S is not I, T is not I, R is not I, but I is an I. So it should be break on the fourth loop. Okay, this is 0, this one is 2, this is the fourth one lah. Okay, is it correct? Yes, correct. Okay, so now with the continue statement. Okay, continue means we want to keep continue inside the iteration. Okay, until, okay, skip until we continue until we got the for statement. Okay, so when you got the for statement, they will exit loop. Okay, so this is the condition. Okay, I will go straight to the example. So as you can see here, okay, let's say wall in string. Okay, the same, almost the same, but they have different. Okay, we just continue instead of break. So we'll see what happened. Okay, continue. Sorry. You see, you will keep strng. So you see, string, okay, will continue until the end, but it will stop dekat I. Means when they get I, it will still continue. No need to print the volume. Okay, so that is correct lah. Okay, now we go to the past statement. So the past statement mean usually we use for a num statement. Mean the null function. Okay, we want it to pass without executing anything. Okay, this is we call as no operation. Okay, so in Python actually we cannot have. Usually we want to implement a function in the future, but we don't know, or we don't want to code it yet. So we use a pass statement. Example like this, Alright. You have the function, you do a pass. Okay. Example, Right, you can use this one. Sequence. You have sequence. So you have sequence. Equal to P. Sorry, P. You have A. You have S. You have another S. Okay, in a array. Okay, for wall in sequence, but you don't want to calculate anything. You don't want to compare. You don't want to you want to do the not the calculation. Also, you don't want. Okay, you just want it to be there. Okay, you type pass. Okay, so let's save it first. Okay, usually we want to do in the future. Okay, so I type pass, nothing happen. This is how you use the pass statement. You want the interpreter in Python to just bypass that particular function. Okay, so now, okay, so we have arrived at the end of subchapter 2.2.1.b, which is a looping statement. So for 2.3, I will continue in the next session. Okay, so that's all. Before I stop my class, I hope that you try all the examples that I have teach via this video. Okay, you must try. Okay, and thank you very much. Bye bye.